When you hear Swiss food, you're probably picturing cheese and chocolate, but that's only half the story. In this video, I'll show you 3 traditional Swiss dishes, breakfast, lunch and dinner, and none of them rely on cheese or chocolate. Here's everything you'll need for this recipe. If you're vegan, just swap the dairy for plant-based alternatives and use maple or agave syrup instead of honey. Before we get started, make sure all your ingredients are washed and ready to use. Start by combining your oats, almonds, milk, yogurt, and honey in a bowl. Cut your lemon in half and add the juice of 1/2 to the mix. Then cut your apples into segments and remove the core. Grate them into fine strands and add them to the bowl. Finally, add all your fresh fruits or berries and give it a good mix. Let the Birchermüesli sit for at least an hour or overnight so that all the oats get nice and soft and the flavors combined. And there you have it, a fresh, nutritious breakfast and a great start in the day. As you can see, for this dish we only need 2 ingredients. That means the main flavor boost will come from the toppings we add later on. You can be as simple or creative as you want and add whatever you like. At the end of this segment, I will show you 2 variations that I personally enjoy making. Start with adding your potatoes to a pot, cover with cold water, and boil until just shy of being cooked through. Let them cool for at least an hour or even overnight. First, peel the potatoes, then grate them into thin strands. Heat up a pan with plenty of cooking butter and add some of the potatoes. I'm using this ring mold to create a nice round shape, but you can easily do it without. Season with salt and fry until golden brown and crispy on both sides. And there you go, simple as that. A quick and delicious lunch. Now you can add your toppings of choice like bacon, a sunny side up egg, or a side salad to keep things more traditional. Or I personally enjoy mine with some smoked salmon, a dollop of Greek yogurt, and some fresh dill to finish. Alright, here we have the ingredients for our final dish today. Again, if you're vegan, replace the dairy with plant-based alternatives. Instead of the meat, I would recommend using some flavorful mushroom like shiitake, and for the eggs, silken tofu could work well as a replacement. Start with skinning your cured sausage if necessary, and then cut it into a small dice. Cut your onion and your bread to a similar size and add to the sausage. Next, finely chop your herbs and set aside for later. Afterwards, remove the thick stem of your Swiss chard, cut it up, and add it to the mixture. Add your mixture along with the bacon to a pot and gently sweat it off for a couple of minutes and set aside. In the next step, we create the dough out of the flour, salt, milk, water, and eggs. Combine the ingredients, then start beating your dough until it's well mixed and starts to form bubbles. Add in your previously sweated off ingredients together with your finely chopped herbs and thoroughly mix. Then bring a pot of water to a simmer and blanch your Swiss chard leaves one by one to make them pliable. Make sure to soak them in ice water immediately afterwards to stop the cooking process. Finally, spread a leaf on your cutting board and add a generous amount of the dough mixture. Then proceed to tuck in the sides and roll it up like a tiny burrito. Repeat with the remaining leaves. Add all your rolls to a pot, cover with your stock and simmer for 20 minutes. Once they're cooked through, remove the rolls from the pot. As a bonus tip, reduce the remaining liquid and thicken it with cornstarch to create a nice sauce to go with the rolls. I would recommend adding some sweetness to it, otherwise the dish will end up quite salty. And there you have it, our final dish, which will definitely impress your friends and family. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned a new thing or two. Make sure to check back in next week and aguete.